have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your Snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night. Get him in your lineups. Get him in there, and let's go get this money. Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. Yo, what's up? What's happening? What's going on, man? This is your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Man, first things first, man. Want to give a huge shout out to the homie, man. This is really gonna be painful, bro.
There it is. Now he's okay right there.
Look at this.
See him now. He comes right down the middle, and there it is. Now he's okay right.
Right. Boogie.
There, right to there.
So, biggest news right now, and this is coming from Twitter. This is coming from the, I think the NBA's Twitter. Biggest news in the game right now in sports. Look at that. That buckle right there. We got the big homie, man, Boogie, out for the season. Season-ending Achilles injury. Always tough. Whenever you see something like this, man, this is horrible. I mean, Boogie is like the villain who everybody loves. Boogie is the villain who everybody loves. Like, it's so hard to not like Boogie, man. He's such a solid guy off of the court, but just a big bad man on the court, man. And it really sucks to see a homie get hurt, man. So speedy recovery to you, man. I hope it all comes together soon for you. You got much love from the sweatshop, much love from DFS, man. A lot of love for you. We really hope that he can bounce back from this injury, man. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's regular formatting of the show. We're going to look back at what happened last night by looking at some of the feature 4 plays. We're going to look at the lineup that we made. We made a FanDuel lineup. We can make a FanDuel lineup, okay, without any consequence. But we can't do that for DraftKings. So we make a FanDuel lineup every night. Last night's FanDuel lineup, we didn't get a chance to. Well, I hope y'all got a chance to change it because it did have Tim Hardaway Jr. in it. With the game that he got scratched out. So that was kind of like null void. But tonight, we did have a line that we made earlier for tonight, and it was pretty good. It was a pretty good line, man. If you used it, and I know you cashed because 321 would have got you right just about anywhere. It was Collison, Kemba Walker, who was a core play for me. Devin Booker with his bitch ass, he fouled. He technicaled out of a game that sucked. LeBron James, who we absolutely loved, and we took the cheese with Kyle Kuzma in that game. Should have had a little bit more of Brandon Ingram, but this is still a solid lineup. We fell for the Tristan Thompson. That wasn't bad. So this is a really solid lineup. This is free, bro. This is what we made. Like we came together and we made this lineup. So that was very solid, man. Big shout out to everybody who had a part in making this lineup last night. And I hope if you were a part of making it, I hope you did use it. If you got a chance to watch the stream, I hope you did use it because it was a very good lineup and it ended up cashing. I cashed in my couple of lineups that I put out tonight. It's pretty solid. 310, man. It just missed the money in one of them. So pretty solid night for me though. Didn't lose anything. Made a couple of dollars across both sides. Wasn't that awesome, but hey, it's all good, man. Whenever you came with more than you, whenever you leave with more than you came with, that is always a good night. Yo, man, it was tough. Tonight was tough because the plays that I was scared to play went off. The guys that I was kind of scared to play went off. The guys that I was kind of liking, they played well. Like Kemba played well. Brandon Ingram played well. But some guys went the fuck off. And the only guy that really went off that I had a lot of exposure to was Darren Collison. That was the only guy who really went off that I had a lot of exposure to across both sites. So let's go ahead and jump into the feature for players of the night. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS Sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. First guy we're going to talk about is the Who Dat scoring all them points over there player of the night. And this guy right here, this particular play is kind of special to me because, you know, anytime you got one of the homies that's telling you, yo, I think you should give this guy a look, and you don't, this dude was served up to us on a silver platter inside of the sweatshop, and I can't think of anyone besides the guy who brought him up that actually played him. So Tristan Thompson was on everybody's lips all day long. He was on everybody's lip all day long. And one of the homies says, yo, I know while a lot of people are going to be looking at Tristan Thompson, I think you should take a shot at Ed Davis. He's been getting minutes over the last few games. He's in a very solid spot. This is going to be a good spot for Ed Davis. And I heard it. It made sense. Yeah, it did. But I was just so entranced by the Tristan Thompson chalk that I had no exposure to Ed Davis. And in 28 minutes, 15 and 13, nice double-double. He also had an assist, 3 big block shots. Very solid game for Ed Davis. He scored at 39.25 DraftKings points. The dude was better than 10x. Very nice game for him. Next guy we're going to talk about is the how did I miss that play? And that can only go, for me, to Giannis Antetokounmpo, who at 10.4K in salary went out and more than 7x, almost 8x on that. In 33 minutes, he had 41 points, 13 boards, 7 assists, 3 3-point shots made, a couple steals, a couple of blocks, only turned the ball over once. That was mistake-free basketball. And for me, I can tell you why I missed out on Giannis. It was the first game back from injury, which the better these players are, the more you can play them in the first game back from injury. Now that my memory serves me correctly, because yo, these people, this is their franchise, bro. This dude represents the whole Milwaukee. Like this dude, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude means everything. And if he's not ready to go, he's not gonna go. He's really not. But he was certainly ready to go tonight. Had an awesome game. Was a big time candidate for the Heat Check play tonight until this guy showed up. Sweet motherfucking Lou. Hey, Lou Williams, stumbling, bumbling, and fumbling all over, making all kinds of shots. In 34 minutes, he had 40 points, 2 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 steals, a block, only turned it over twice. The dude played awesome, man. And Lou Williams has been on a tear for the better part of the season, man. This was a really nice spot, and he went off. Now, I can tell you why I didn't have any exposure to Lou Williams. The news came out too close to lock that Tyreke Evans was going to be playing, was or wasn't going to be playing. If I had known, because I said this inside the line drive, I was like, yo, if you feel like Tyreke Evans is not going to play, I think Lou Williams is an awesome play. I didn't play enough lineups to play any Lou Williams because I wasn't sure whether Tyreke Evans was going to play or not. And generally, whenever you make a lot of lineups, then you can cover certain bases. And I just didn't have a lot of lineups tonight. I just didn't. So big shout out to the Heat Check play tonight. Lou Williams, 70 total FanDuel points, DraftKings points here. Awesome game for him scoring the basketball as well as dropping dimes. Now we must discuss that one mother.
Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, little snowflake falling from the sky. Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, falling, 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 falling on my head.
I want you to see this, man. 35 minutes this guy played. 35 minutes. Kyle Lowry. You are so close to death to me. 7.2K, 35 minutes, 5 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, no 3-point shots, 1 steal, and 1 block. Kyle, you a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass, man. And I don't know when I can roster your bitch ass again. I just don't know. This ridiculous. This guy. Ridiculous. This is one of the most horrible performances I've ever seen by a guy who I know has top-notch capabilities. I mean, this is retarded, man. This is ridiculous for you to go out and in 35. I thought he got hurt. I was like, oh, he must be injured. I thought he must be injured. I thought he's got to be hurt. And it's funny because I was waffling between Lowry and DeRozan. It just so happened that I settled for that other 400 in salary because DeRozan was 7.6, and I said, well, I'm gonna still get a piece of this game. I want a piece of this young, inexperienced backcourt. Talking about Rubio and most notably Donovan Mitchell, and just oh my God, horrible. Kyle Lowry, man, he's the motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass. I'm not gonna rush your bitch ass again. Let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. Now, we do have, I think we have 7 games today coming up. Saturday the 27th, we got 7 games. The thing is, the first game, the Oklahoma City Thunder and Detroit Pistons game, that's going to be a 5 o'clock game. So that is on the all-day FanDuel, but it's not on the main. This 5 o'clock game is not on the main for FanDuel and for DraftKings. Now, this show, what we do here is we take a look at the way FanDuel and DraftKings are pricing these cats. We also take a look at game theory. We look at game flow and see what we could ascertain from the actual games and the point totals that we do have. We look at all of that stuff. We really do. But the main focus is going to be looking at where these cats price people. Shout out to Fantasy Phenom, man. Shout out to Fantasy Phenom. Please go check them cats out, man. Really solid dudes. Kyle, the big homie Money Mike, they're my dudes, man. They got a ton of cats over there doing the damn thing. Big shout out to the homies out there at Fantasy Phenom. So so that's what this show is going to be about. Like this is where we get a chance to look at how the sites rate the players. I want you to look at the price points as ratings, and we can look at the difference between a guy, because generally a guy's DraftKings. All right, let's say a guy is 6K on DraftKings. Well, you think he's going to be around 6.5 on FanDuel. That should account for the extra 10K in salary and for the extra roster spot. Whenever you see a guy that is priced lower on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings, that is a cause to raise your eyebrow and take a closer look at that player. And just to give you an example of a couple of guys who I looked at and who I was kind of put on because of the pricing difference. Brandon Ingram was somebody who jumped out to me immediately because he was priced cheaper on FanDuel than he was on DraftKings. We're looking at there was another guy. Okay, Valanciunas, 4.8 on FanDuel, 4.8 on DraftKings. That was definitely a value. Okay, there's a couple of guys, man, that were priced. Okay, Darren Collison jumped all the way out to me. He was priced at 6K on DraftKings. He was at 5.4 on FanDuel. So you see what I'm saying? Like the first thing you should do is find these cats, bro. Because in the top 10, 15 in scoring, there's a few of these guys that were priced down cheaper on FanDuel than they were on DraftKings. And that is a thing. That is definitely something to take a look at. Nicholas Pringle says there's no FanDuel in Texas. You still can look at the price points. You still should be able to look at the price points. That's what this is about. Reviewing the price points and looking at it, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right into this thing, man. Take a look at it. We're going to be coming from a DraftKings perspective, but we're going to make a FanDuel lineup for today's slate. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. The first game we've got is going to be the Orlando Magic going to Indiana to take on the Pacers. This is a 213.5 point total. We've got the Pacers slated to score about 109.8, and we've got the Orlando Magic at 103.8. It's a 6-point differential here in favor of the home team, the Indiana Pacers here, and they are on the second leg of a back-to-back. So you might want to, add that to your thought process as you're looking at these guys. First guy's gonna jump off to me. Really, we love to play point guards against the Orlando Magic, and you've got Darren Collison at home after going off like that and then being priced down 100 at 5.9. He's under 6K. He's definitely usable. We've got Thaddeus Young at 5.7, a guy that I think I can get behind here. Vic Oladipo at 9.4. He used to play for the Orlando Magic, man. I think the last time he played him, he went to Orlando and he did the damn thing. I mean, he killed him. 46 DraftKings. Oh, no, that's not it. Let me go. 52 is what he had because he's seen him twice already this year. 52 and 65 were the 2 scores he posted against them this year. So that's a very, very solid scoring output we saw from Vic Oladipo. And I do think he is definitely playable in this spot. We've got Sabonis at 6.2. And, you got to take a look and see if Miles Turner is going to be playing. Maybe they sat him out last night so that he could make his return today. It's saying that he should be coming up questionable. He might play. He might play. He could play in this spot. I kind of like that. He could play. And if Miles Turner does play, I'm gonna look at what he did against him last time. I don't know if he would be on a minutes restriction. 27 against them, 17 in the first 2 games. And I think those are with Vucevic too. Those are with Vucevic. On the other side, of course, centers against Indiana has been a thing so far this season. And you've got Bismack Biyombo, who is 6.3. If he's cheaper on FanDuel, I may give him some play on FanDuel. I don't love him here on DraftKings. Aaron Gordon at 7.8 is a solid price point for him. Whether you want to accept it or not, Thad Young and Aaron Gordon have similar games. Before you go ham, I'm not saying that Thad Young is as good as Aaron Gordon. I'm just saying they have similar games. They both play inside out. They both play inside out. They can bang on a low block if they need to. They can step outside and shoot the medium to deep jump shot. So these guys are pretty similar. And I think people are not going to want to play Thaddeus Young. But at 5.7, I think he is playable. I don't love Aaron Gordon, but I will take a look at him a little bit further on FanDuel. The price at 7.8, I don't really love that. I have to see what FanDuel thinks about it. Evan Fournier at 6.3, nah, I don't love him. I don't love him. DJ Maximilian says Thad can't even jump. I mean, he doesn't have a 46-inch vertical like Aaron Gordon does, but I mean, they do work in the same spots on the floor. They stand around the corner. If you leave them open, they can knock down that little 3-point shot, and they go down and they bang, and they can play decent defense when they get a chance. Very similar players. Mario Hezonja, don't love that. Jonathan Simmons at 5.1 looks to be playable here. I will have some exposure there. Bojan Bogdanovic defense is not anything. Is not anything to be afraid of. The homie Gerald Johnson says pricing difference equals value. Vegas has put on certain players. Yeah, definitely. At 5.7, you're asking 33 DK points. No chance. You can't say that. You can't say that. See, you can't. Yo, the memory has got to be short, bro. You look at this. He just had 36 against San Antonio. He just had 37 against Portland. Like, the dude can ball. And against the Magic last time, he's played them twice this season, 19 and 31. 19 and 31, yep. He can definitely get 33. Yeah, that's crazy. That's dead. You can't. Use both sides to hedge bets. Definitely. That's how we rocking. So his ceiling is 30. You think so? His ceiling is 37. I mean, I've seen him have like huge games, bro. 46 against Oklahoma City. This is this season. 36 against Toronto. Like the dude can play. He can ball. 42 against Cleveland. Like he's had some very solid games. 44 against Brooklyn. Like the dude's had some really good games, man. You can't let what happened last night stop you or make you play a person the next night. It's not like baseball. Yo, I want to touch on that real quick, and I'm sure we got the homie Kyle here on the line with us. Yo, I think that we've been playing a lot of the first half of this NBA season the way we approach baseball, like coming off of baseball, where streaks are a big thing. Because usually if a guy hits a jack tonight and they're playing in Boston, there's a 3-game. Let's say a dude hits a home run over the Big Green Monster in Boston, and they've got a 3-game stretch in Boston. What is a good chance that if the dude hit 1 home run, he can hit 2, or at least hit well, because he's shown that he can hit well. He's feeling good. He's feeling it. He's streaky. But NBA is not like that. NBA is not like that. A dude can drop 100 points today, and then the next game only drop 20. Like, we should have been out of the baseball mindset to where we we roster guys according to streaks. Oh my God, he dropped 35 last game. He's on a streak. It's not like that. NBA is not like that, bro. Because there's too many variables. And baseball is just the bat and the ball. The contact. Contact. Can I see the ball? Can I hit the ball? That's all it is. Baseball, you ride the hot hand. In basketball, you have to find the hot hand. Right? You have to find a hot hand. So make sure that you take a look at that. And if you've been approaching it that way, take a step back and look at it differently. Look at it as in totality. And you gotta watch games. But if you're not watching games, I mean, all of the talking in the world can't do anything. You've got to watch some games. You've got to watch these players play. It's all about matchups, right? So in this matchup, another guy that I do want to take a look at is DJ Augustine, man. 3.5. I think he can come off of the bench and play some solid minutes. Corey Joseph at 3.9 is also a guy in play. Remember, this is only a 6-game slate, so we're going to have to find some value off of a bench in some way, shape, or form. And in a total like this, 213.5, where we've seen Indiana just straight run all over Orlando, you could see some minutes, some extended minutes from bench players if that were to be the case. So next game we got is going to be the Washington Wizards going to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. The Hawks themselves are on a back-to-back. They just left out of Charlotte, headed to Atlanta, I believe. Or was that game in Atlanta? Was that game in Atlanta? No, it was in Charlotte. It was in Charlotte. Okay, good. So we got John Wall here at 9.5. Love to attack the Atlanta Hawks at the point guard spot. We just saw what Kemba did to them last night. We've got John Wall, who, it seems to me like he's still kind of hobbled. He doesn't seem like, oh my God, John Wall, you know what I mean? Like, just go ham. You know what I mean? He just seems a little tentative with the ball. Does that mean I'm not going to play him? Yeah, I still can get to him. I still think he's in play. Definitely. Torian Prince got benched last game, and he's so cheap. Yeah, Torian Prince at 4.6. As a matter of fact, let's go and check over FanDuel, the Orlando Indiana game. I'm sorry about that. I kind of jumped ship there. Okay, see, this is value. Aaron Gordon, he's 7.8 on DraftKings. He's 7.8 on FanDuel. That's value. That's usable. Evan Fournier is 6.2. What was his price on DraftKings? Fournier was 6.2. He's 6.3 on FanDuel. That means he's going to be in play there. He's going to be in play there, certainly. Bismack is a little bit cheaper on FanDuel. He's 6.3 on DraftKings. He's 6K on FanDuel. He's playable. Jonathan Simmons as well. 5K. He's 5.1 on DraftKings. That's going to be playable. Victor Oladipo is up to 9.9. He's up 500. Thaddeus Young is up to 6.3. I don't love that. Sabonis 6.4. Collison again. Collison is 500 cheaper in a plus matchup. He's 500 cheaper. And see, this has nothing to do with what happened last night. The way I'm looking at Collison right now has nothing to do with what happened last night. I'm sure people are going to look at what he did last night and want to play him, but this has nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with him being cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings and being in a matchup against probably one of the worst teams in the league against point guards. That's what this means. It's matchup. Bojan Bogdanovic at 4.4. Small forward is a very tough spot for Orlando to cover as well. I think I'm going to take a look at him. We can do that. Mario Hezonja 4K. Augustine 4K. I can move on with that. Next game we're going back to DraftKings. We got Washington Wizards going to Atlanta. We talked about this a little bit. Where I like John Wall. I think Bradley Beal is also in play. Otto Porter 6.3. Don't really love that. Markieff Morris 5.3. Don't really love that. Gortat at 4.7. Yo, Gortat is stupid cheap on DraftKings. That's pretty cheap. I want to see what he's done against ATL in the past. We know centers can get off against the Hawks here. Okay, look. 6.5. 14.75. He's probably being run off the floor because we know Miles Plumlee doesn't play a ton of minutes. He probably gets like 13, 14 minutes. So it's probably hard for Gortat to stay on the floor. And with that being said, now I want to look at what Ubi Jr., what Mike Scott, what some of these other guys, even Jason Smith, if he's gotten some playing time so far. I want to look at that. Take a look. Okay, Mike Scott had 22 against them in one game. Played a few minutes. And then we can look at Oubre Jr., who is 4.9. He has 18 and 30. He dropped 30 against them. Played 23 minutes in both games. Yeah, I agree. Gortat is not getting any more than 20 minutes. I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that. So Wall, Beal, maybe some Oubre Jr. and Mike Scott, because this is one of those slates where you've got to grab something low owned off of the bench to really separate yourself. Satoransky at 3.5, that's kind of interesting as well. He played 12 minutes. Nah. That's dumpster. That's a dumpster dive right there. So we got Schroeder at 7.2, who I think is usable here. Kent Bazemore 5.2. Don't love that. Bradley Beal's a fairly decent defender. Taurean Prince at 4.6. Very interested in that. Last time against the Wizards, he had 28 and 34 in his last 2 games against them. I kind of like that. Taurean Prince is in play. Ersan Ilyasova at 4.5. Of course, he's going to be in play here. John Collins, yes. John Collins looks like a nice play. 26 last time against them, and he played 24 minutes, priced at 5.6. I kind of like John Collins here. Let's go over to FanDuel, check on these same guys from the same game, and see what the price differences are. John Wall, 9.6. He's priced up a little bit. Bradley Beal, he's the same price across both sites. That is a value you get on him. Markieff Morris is cheaper on FanDuel deals on DraftKings. That is a value. Oh my God, Gortat is so cheap. God, Gortat is 4.7 on DraftKings, and he's 3.9 on FanDuel. This is the dilemma that we face. Me being the consummate tournament player, I'm looking at this motherfucker under 4K, a starter, that if he goes out and he hits, let's just say he lucks into a block shot and a couple of points real quick, right? Let's say he does that, and oh my God, they're gonna leave him in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets the first crack at showing the coach he deserves to stay out there. You know what I mean? And 3.9, bro, on FanDuel. I know it's one shot, one kill. Yo, Mike Lowry says Gortat can be 2K. He still won't play him. Mike Lowry says he can be 2K and he still won't do it. Oh man, that is funny as fuck. But the tournament player in me, this is a 29th ranked team in the league against centers, bro. Is it Polish Heritage Day? Somebody tell me that it's Polish Heritage Day in Atlanta, and then I would all of the Martin Gortat. Is that already gone? Is that already gone? Somebody look that up for me, please. But I'm gonna highlight him on FanDuel. I am. Kent Bazemore 5.3, Taurean Prince 4.8. He's 4.6 on DraftKings. So that means whenever they're that close in it, that means he's pretty much gonna meet that value. Either 4.6, 4.8. He's probably gonna meet that value. Ersan is 4. Ersan 4.1. I like that. What did he do against him last time? That's 30. Yo, he dropped 31 on him in the only time playing him in 29 minutes. Ersan, nice on FanDuel. That looks nice. Yo, I like them on DK, but he's even cheaper on FanDuel. I can see him being stupid priced up. John Collins is 5.6. I'm not really loving that. Dwayne Dedmon at 4.8. Is he going to be getting minutes? Will we see Dedmon get minutes? He played 27 minutes last night and had 20 FanDuel points. I think he's playable. I think Dedmon's in play. Yeah, I think Dedmon's in play. And Schroeder's only 100 more than he is on DraftKings, so that means he's probably going to meet value. He's probably going to meet value. I like that. Next game we got is going to be the Charlotte Hornets going to Miami. Now, this is the Charlotte Hornets, man, back-to-back, second leg of a back-to-back here. Don't like Kemba Walker. I know he's 7.5, but I don't like him here. Goran Dragic is rounding into form, in my opinion. Definitely playable. These teams just played each other. They just played each other, and because wasn't the big thing of the day was can Dwight Howard and Hassan Whiteside cancel each other out or play well against each other? Yeah, they just played. Yeah, And in 25 minutes, Hassan Whiteside had 33 points at 7.6. And I do not want to play centers against Dwight Howard. But do I want to play Dwight Howard in that type of back-to-back after the performance that he had last night and playing all those minutes? I mean, because he had New Orleans, then last night Atlanta, now going to Miami. I don't know, man. He's got like a baby mama in Miami. He might go stay at her house. She wear him out with that good thing. I don't know. But Nick Batum at 5.8, definitely playable here. Like him, I like Marvin Williams. I'm gonna go back. Jeremy Lamb owes me money, so I'm going to do my best to attempt to collect here. I kind of like that. Josh Richardson at 6.2 could be a usable play. James Johnson, don't love him. Tyler Johnson is a game time decision. He could come back here. And then we've got, of course, Justice Winslow has been getting a fair amount of minutes off of the bench. Now, something we got to pay attention to is Wayne Ellington has been lighting it up. He's really been killing it. And if Tyler Johnson comes back, that's going to really curb the minutes for Wayne Ellington. So you might want to, take that with a grain of salt, man. But he's been lighting it up, bro. Wayne Ellington has been shooting the lights out. I'm talking in the last 5 games, 29, 23, 35, 20, and 24. Nice. Oh, but Batum had a solid night last night against the Hawks, man. I think he had he hit 6x. I believe he did. I believe he hit 6x. Let me check over here and see exactly what he did. On DraftKings, he had 38.5. He was priced at 6.3, and he had 36 on FanDuel. So he had a decent game last night. When he gets back good, I think, he'd be ready to rock. He'd be ready to rock. Kenny Olynyk at 4.8. Could be somebody we can take a look at as well. Hassan Whiteside, man. Damn. The DVP, is in favor of Hassan Whiteside here, but man, I just can't do that against Dwight. I can't. Next game we got. Well, let's go check out FanDuel. I want to see what the price points look like. I guarantee Whiteside should be cheaper. He should be way cheaper here. No, he's 9K. Damn. 9K for him. 7.2 for Dragic. 5.6 for James Johnson. No big value you get from any of these cats, man. Kemba's 8.3. Dwight is 9.9. Batum is 6K. Marvin Williams. No, there's no big value you get from any of this. There's no big value. Like you're gonna pay what these guys are worth. Then we've got the Boston Celtics going to Golden State to take on the Warriors. This is a nationally televised game. This is a lone nationally televised game here. And I want to look and see what Kyrie does against the Warriors here. And we can take this back as far as we need to. 63 last year. Now, of course, I was with Cleveland. 24 and 35. So we've seen him really give it to Steph Curry. I'm gonna tell you some cats I like here. I think Kyrie's in play, but I like Jaylen Brown a lot at 5.7. I think Tatum, could be in play at 5.4. He gets a lot of those garbage minutes if the game does get out of hand either way. So I could get with him. Al Horford at 7.1. Al Horford is not going to be run off the floor. Like they're not going to run Al Horford off the floor. He's gonna stay on. Baines probably won't play many minutes, but Al Horford is not going to be run off the floor. Steph Curry at 10.1. I don't love that. If Kevin Durant is out, then that makes things a little bit more interesting. But I think Klay Thompson at 6.1 could be a play. Draymond Green at 7.7 could be somebody I like. Maybe Andre Iguodala at 3.9. But I have to me, it's an either or with Curry. With Curry and Durant. I don't love both of them. If Durant is out, yes, Curry. If Durant is in, then I won't play either of them. I won't play either of them. Let's take a look on FanDuel and see what the pricing differences will be here. Kyrie 8.7. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is cheap. 5.3 on FanDuel. I like that. Tatum is 5K. Yes. Marcus Morris 4.6. Don't love that. Al Horford is 6.7. That's definitely usable. He's cheaper. Kevin Durant is 10.5. Curry is FanDuel playable at 9.5. Draymond, same price. He's 7.7. Klay 6.6. Iguodala is 4K. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Dallas Mavericks. They're also on a back-to-back. The homie Mike Drop says, Draymond, definitely. Boston is trash against power forwards. That is a sweatshop law. And you are definitely correct in that, bro. Then we've got Dallas Mavericks going to Denver to take on the Nuggets. And another sweatshop law, another sweatshop law is that we definitely attack Dennis Smith Jr. with anytime we get like a point guard that we like, that we think, you know, is solid and go out and play well. We like to attack Dennis Smith, especially if the price point is right. Jamal Murray's almost 7K, priced up a touch, but still against Dennis Smith Jr. Man, anything is possible. Last time he played him, he had 11.25. Before that, 28. The one thing you got to remember though, Jamal Murray, 6'4". Yo, okay. Jamal Murray is not physically imposing. He's not like super quick. He doesn't do anything like outstanding. Like he's not, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not eye-popping talent. He looks like it's like a lazy, slow grind with him. But he's good. He's a good player. He's a good player. And I think that Dennis Smith Jr.'s athleticism could really help him stay in front of Gary Harris. I mean, of Jamal Murray. So I think Jamal, if he was priced a little bit cheaper, I would be all over that. If he was priced a little bit cheaper, but I'm gonna obey the law and give him some play against Dennis Smith Jr. But I would like him a lot more if he was at a cheaper price point. Will Barton at 5.9, definitely going to be in play for us. Gary Harris, I like Gary Harris at 6.5. I think he is playable. Nikola Jokic, man, at 8.9. You got Dirk, who's on a back-to-back. Whenever Dirk is on a back-to-back, that means you can take a look at these other cats. You look at Dwight Powell at 3.7. You look at Maxi Kleber maybe at 3.5. You can even get real stupid jiggy and look at Salah Mejri at 3.1 if you think he's going to play an extended amount of minutes. But Dwight Powell definitely is somebody who I want to consider on a 6-game slate. You know, with Dirk Nowitzki on that back-to-back. Harrison Barnes at 6.1 could be playable. Wouldn't have a big issue with playing Dennis Smith Jr. here at 6.3. That could be a solid play. And Wesley Matthews, man, at 5.5. But I don't want to play Wesley Matthews against Gary Harris. Gary Harris is one of the best young on-ball defenders in the league. So I don't want to play Wesley Matthews. His jump shot has got to be on and popping in order for him to do well here. And of course, Mason Plumlee at 5K is somebody who we always want to consider. He's been playing lights out over the last few games. Let's take a look at him. I think he had 40-something. 31, 32, 8, 42 in his last 4 games. Pretty solid matchups. Pretty solid games we've seen from Mason Plumlee. Let's go over to FanDuel and have a look at it and see exactly how it shakes out. Dennis Smith Jr. 6'6", Barnes 6'6", Dirk 4'8", Wesley Matthews 5'5". He's the same price, so maybe that's a value. We've got Jokic at 9.6, way priced up. Gary Harris 6'9", Will Barton 6'5", Jamal Murray is 7'1", and Plumlee is 5'5". So no big value you're gonna get from anybody in this game. The pricing is tight there. The last game on the slate is going to be the Brooklyn Nets going to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves. Do we get Jimmy Butler back? That is the main question. Like, that's what we want to know. Do we finally get Jimmy Butler back? He looks like a game-time decision here. Even without playing over the last 3 games, he is priced at 9.2. The last word on it is that he's been ruled out for Thursday matchup against the Warriors, and he will miss his fourth consecutive game as a game-time decision. So hopefully we do get him back because I would like to give him some play against the Brooklyn Nets if he's good to go. All right, so Ronnie Hollis-Jefferson, game-time decision. He did leave last night's game. I'm not sure he's gonna play, bro. With a groin issue on a back-to-back, I don't think he's gonna play. And if that be the case, you know, I'm looking at DeMarcus Carroll here. I'm looking at maybe some Allen Crabbe, Karis LeVert off of the bench at 4.6. Like I'm checking those cats out. If we even Jarrett Allen, bro, at 3.6 could be in line for some significant minutes if Ronnie Hollis-Jefferson doesn't play. Like, yeah, that's definitely something to consider. And of course, everybody's gonna be looking at Quincy AC2. He's 3.3. So those are all guys I think you can consider. Spencer Dinwiddie at 6.4. Don't love that. D'Angelo Russell, the minutes are not quite there yet. On the other side, no Jimmy Butler. Fire up Karl Anthony Towns. Yo, Cat has not been playing like as well as you would expect him to play over the stretch of Jimmy Butler not being there. Over the last 4 games, there have been no Jimmy Butler. 41, 39, 29. Did have a nice 53-point game against the Golden State Warriors. So maybe he's getting his mojo back. If there's no Butler, I am going to have some exposure to not only Karl Anthony Towns, but Jeff Teague at 6.3. I kind of like him. Wiggins, not so much. And, of course, if Butler is out, then, of course, Bielita is also in play. And then we've got Jamal Crawford. Jam is at 3.8. I think he's going to be usable. Really solid play. He's been for me a couple of times this season. So let's go ahead, look over on FanDuel, break down this last game. Then we're going to make a FanDuel lineup for today. Hollis Jefferson 6'5". Dinwiddie 6'3". DeMarcus Carroll 5'6". Yes, that's a value. We've got Karis LeVert 4'8". That's a value. That is a value. We've got AC at 3.5. No. Jared Allen 3.7. That's a value. On the Minnesota side, Towns is 9.6, but I still think he's playable. Jeff Teague is only 200 more on FanDuel, so that's going to make him playable. Taj Gibson is 5.8. That's a value, I would call that. And of course, Jimmy Butler is 200 cheaper than he is on DraftKings, so that may be somebody else you could take a look at. So let's go ahead, jump into it, man. Come up with a FanDuel lineup. Let's go to the lobby, man. See what happens. Let's go hit up the FanDuel lobby, and I'm gonna jump into the dribbler. Yo, a dude clowned me last night because I had like $8 in my in my FanDuel account. Well, I got 12 now, bitch. How you talk some shit about that? Yo, whole ass. So let's go ahead. So Cal, what's up, big homie? Let's go and take a look, man. We're gonna jump into the dribbler. Well, I'm gonna just make this one into the single entry dribbler, and we're gonna come up with some plays based off of the guys that we said that we liked. Now, in terms of point guards, somebody who I said that I liked, because he's priced down to 5.4. That's gonna be Darren Collison. My favorite shooting guard on the slate that we did talk about. Let's see, Batum. We got Matthews. Bradley Beal. Then we've got at small forward. Yeah, give me that Jaylen Brown. I like Jaylen Brown at small forward. At the power spot, power forward. Draymond. We like Draymond. And at center. This is where we got to cook at right here. This is where we got to cook at right here at center. I need your help. I need your assistance with the center spot. Okay. Now my mentor is telling me to go ahead and lock in Karl Anthony Towns. I think Cat is a really solid play here. What do you all think? The fans that you did last night, double my buy-in. Thank you. Yo, thank you, bro. Thank you. We got Mason Plumlee at 5'5". Demon. There's not a lot of Gortat. Gortat. Fuck it. Let's do it. It worked last night. Gortat. We cheap as fuck. So we got 7.4 left per position. 7.4 left per position. Yeah, that's how I was thinking the same thing. SoCal Smoke. I was like, either I'm paying all the way up for Towns or I'm paying all the way down for Gortat. Fuck it. That's what I'm doing. So that's how I feel. So at shooting guard, Vic Oladipo at 9.9 looks usable. Gary Harris. Is Horford? Yeah, Horford should play. Horford should definitely play. Horford should definitely play. Steph, man. Steph against Boston. Steph or Kyrie. Or Kyrie against Golden State. I'm kind of feeling Kyrie. No loving it. No, I'm not on the Joker. I don't love him. Is Rozier eligible on FanDuel? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Depot does look good. For a single entry play, Gortat will kill. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah. Rozier with smart out from the crispy one. Yeah, I can dig that. I can dig that. This is a tough one. Rozier is 3.8. Rozier is 3.8. Yeah, that's cheap. That's stupid cheap. Then we got Corey Joseph. Uh, I like Teague, man. This is gonna be a Minnesota stack, man. I like Teague. I'm playing Teague against Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm playing. Yo, Eric, you're right. I'm playing Teague against him. I'm playing Teague. Then we've got Clay Will Barton, who I'm kind of liking Will Barton already. Wayne Ellington, Jeremy Lamb, who owes me money. We can go back and revisit the whole. We can revisit the Gortat thing. Because now that I've got Teague, I kind of want to play Towns. Can I go back to Crawford and Beal again? I think so. Every time folks say Wall, Beal goes off. Stats don't lie. I like DeMarcus Carroll though. That's a stupid stack for that. And then you got Jonathan Simmons against Indiana. There's no way Bojan can play Jonathan. Give me Jonathan Simmons. I like him. Depot, yeah, the game is in Indiana. If it was in Orlando and he wanted to go show up the fans, I'd be all about it. All right, so we got 9K per player. So that means we don't have to stay on Gortat. We have 9K per player. Fournier anyone? Depot covering. Depot's gonna guard him. Jamal Crawford, yeah, he's 4.2 here. My issue is, Jamal Crawford doesn't really ball unless they need him to ball on some, oh my God, the second team needs to carry us type thing. So, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think this is going to be the case. I think the starters are going to blow the doors off of the Brooklyn Nets. But that dude plays the starters forever. Like, the starters get all the minutes. They get a ton of minutes. The starters do. So, let's go Nick Batum. Then we can get off Gortat. And I can play who I want to play, who I always want to play. Give me that cat. And then I got 6.4 left for a power forward. And bam, DeMontis Sabonis drops in there. So that is the FanDuel. This is the DFS Sweatshop FanDuel line. It is here. If you want to use it, you're more than welcome. We've got Darren Collison, Jeff Teague, Bradley Beal, Nicholas Batum, Jaylen Brown, Jonathan Simmons, Draymond Green, DeMontis Sabonis, and Karl Anthony Towns. Thank you all so much. Feel free to use this line. Do whatever you need to do. Go out and get you some money. If this can get you to the money, you go out and get it. All right? I got mine reserved. It's already in. I will see you all tomorrow. There's a very good chance I'm going to be at the barbershop most of the time, or most of the day, but I still think I should be able to get with you all and chop it up inside the line drive at 5. Y'all go out, ball out, and I will see you all tomorrow, man. Much love for y'all, man. Y'all have a wonderful night. Peace. That lineup straight without Gortat. Yeah, yo, he had to get rid of that Gortat shit, bro. That's real. And he's gonna go out and score like 30 fucking points. But yo, y'all keep it real, you keep it honest, and always, always keep it 300. Peace. We out.